Welcome to another episode of Four Kings Podcast. ENT. Don't forget the ENT. Everywhere you can possibly think we are there. We ain't like the government or the IRS though. So I mean, I'm just saying we working on it though. But we Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Apple. We everywhere you consume a podcast. Follow, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen, because we dropping gems every week. We changing lives. And I promise you, if you listen long enough, you can apply it to your life. We got some life-changing stuff, because Kellen gonna tell some stories about some golden pussies, bedazzled in diamonds. And I'm telling you, there's some life-changing shit going on. But we got your boy C-Mac. We got our lovely Nina in the building. We got our special guest in the building. He goes by the Golden Boy. He goes by SkyTrues, he goes by AG, and he goes by I Need My Money. And then we got our baby girl in the building, the first lady of Four Kings. We got Jamie in the building. She is back, and she's ready to act the fool. So look.
Wait, no, I didn't say all that.
Look,
okay.
I was ready for the Jamie Buns to be back in the building.
She's here.
Okay then, yeah.
She just covered up, but yeah, it's cold outside.
You're right. That was
Definitely
some shocking weather,
outside.
bro. That was shocking.
It's very shocking.
So, before we get started though, I just wanted to give a shout out to my sister. The whole reason why we do the podcast. We came up on the 4th year that she passed. Since the incident, the case has been resolved, but, her memory continues to live on and inspire people like myself to continue to do the good work that needs to be done. And shout out to my pops. It's his birthday tomorrow. So shout out, Pops. If you don't get a call,
happy birthday, Pops.
It happened right
birthday.
Here. Don't be mad. And you got a birthday gift already too. So I don't want to hear no issues.
That's okay. Tell him I got a Coke and some Ruffles for him.
Because that's what he had the last time he was here.
Man,
wow.
was so good.
All right. So shout out to the Noops. Of course, we got to shout out to the Noops. We held it down for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
You
gonna stroll for us or
if somebody would throw me a cane, boy, I get busy right
busy. Okay.
Okay. But shout out to the Noops. We took over the Super Bowl.
Love to see it.
And then what else was it about the Super Bowl? I mean, everybody was talking about Usher's performance.
Mm-hmm.
He had a pretty good performance.
Yeah.
Alicia did it.
She did. She sounded terrible. So I'm glad you said it. Let's tell the truth. When she started singing, I was like,
them keys was
off.
But,
well, I think she is a person who's not been performing in a while. So she was a little,
she was a little rusty.
Okay. Yeah. But overall, she's still a legend.
singer.
Exactly. In the community. But I love the fact that Usher brought all those different artists in and made it collaborative versus just making it about him. And I think he is so amazing because he just finished a residency in Vegas,
right?
Backdoored, put together that awesome show.
Mm-hmm.
And got married.
Yeah, that same day.
And then Backdoor, he's about to go on tour.
And then they added a show for
Houston. Specifically.
Ticket sold out.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so
you're gonna have to be giving up your life savings, tax refund, and everything to get
an Usher show. He said, I don't think so.
I ain't doing it either, boss.
No, but you know what? Shout out to Usher though. He is 47, 45,
yeah. 40, like 47.
In tip-top condition and just still in the prime of his career, a second prime.
Hey.
Kudos to him.
So I did see it trending where they were saying that the outfits that Luda and Lil Jon had on look like the outfits from Globo Gym.
Oh,
out for dodgeball.
Lord,
so did.
I was like, well,
and they was clowning CeeLo's. I'm not CeeLo. The Queen's outfit.
They thought he was CeeLo. CeeLo is not that little though.
He is little.
Is he that little?
I'm not gonna lie. They ended up showing that those were Louis Vuitton socks. He had a pocket on the sock, but when he came out, I was like, "Is that Ruffles?"
Yeah, it was Ruffles socks, man.
But I mean, hey,
I saw a pearl on the sock.
It was a pearl.
It was a pearl.
I mean, fashion is fashion. Do your thing.
True.
For me, that's not something I would rock. You know what I mean? But
It was
salute
a
to the
no.
homie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's a legend too.
Yeah.
I was
for real.
like, but Louis, you know what? You just had it on because it's Louis.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's
With the-
possible.
Mm.
He
all
was
he
giving
needed-
Beethoven meets CeeLo meets.
I'm sorry. I'm
Somebody said it
sorry.
like a little-
I got caught up because you said meats, and I was like, wait a minute, what?
a-
Beethoven meats?
it's
Wait,
a
what?
cross.
But
We
I
know
got
where
what
your
you
mind
said.
is at.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
you
on.
know, like a cross.
You gotta watch her.
a fusion.
Because I said ski earlier. She was on my ski.
Ski.
What? No,
Like,
wait a
what's
minute.
going on? Where
So
are
what
we?
was your take on the performance or the overall game?
Did you like it?
I didn't really watch the game too much.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna lie. So if I give an opinion on it, I can't give a correct analysis of the game because I didn't really watch it. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? So yeah,
It was okay.
it was all right.
49ers fucked up in 49er fashion.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
I was not expecting Kansas to win again.
Really?
I was not.
Vegas didn't either.
I was not.
They were the
Mm.
underdogs.
Mm.
I was like, I just knew the 49ers. Like, I was like, come on, man.
I
But I-
guess my thought was if you've already won it 2 years in a row, you already kind of have the blueprint, like you have the saw, like you know what it takes. And I was impressed with Mahomes. I'm not gonna lie,
My
because
homie.
he showed this patience and this diligence in a situation where he should have been unnerved. And he kept his composure and
Well, look at me
leadership.
over here. We're gonna have to get you a little sports podcast over here.
No, I'm
He
serious.
showed patience.
He
and
did.
composure.
Think about it.
That
If
was
you're-
just championship pedigree.
it was championship, and that's why he's a third-time champ.
Now I will say what like really just frustrated me was every time what's his name? Kelsey or
Kelsey,
every time he did something, they cut straight to
Taylor
Taylor. I'm like,
Swift.
You know, there was actually some bets, some spreads about how many times they was going to show Taylor Swift during the game.
yes. And then of course, you had Ice Spice right there next to her, and I was just
with
like,
the upside down cross.
yeah, they talking about, oh my god, look at her, she's up there throwing up
Lord.
gang signs. I
No,
was
they
like-
said she was throwing up Satanism, something
and
weird
she
like
wasn't.
that.
She was doing this. That's
What does
it.
that mean?
Well, for
I
us,
thought it
that's
was
for
a-
H Town.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, for
Texas
us.
or H time.
She not, but
Well, when they throw up stuff like that, everything's placed.
Mhm.
So they're gonna place different things there to make you watch and make you see. It was
Mhm.
all predetermined. Her being there, her wearing that cross was all set already.
Yeah, she
Oh.
did
Plan.
that.
Yeah.
She's a plan.
Yeah. So it's pawns everywhere. You just gotta watch for how everything's a chess move.
because I ain't gonna lie, I was like, how
Yeah, everything's a
she
chess move.
ain't that big of a celebrity to
Nah.
be up there with
At
Taylor,
all.
but okay,
You
At
watch,
all.
watch how big she get now.
cheek to cheek.
Yeah. It's all
Well,
pretty clean.
She's pretty big in her own right. Like
Mhm.
they linking her with a whole bunch of different people now, and I
But for
honestly,
what, though?
because when she came to Houston and performed the song when she first came out,
What?
Records.
Record
Her
sales?
performance was
Yeah. Everything's part of a big pool. You know what I'm saying? Look how Sexy Red is taking off now. She'll have her run.
Whoa,
She'll have her run, and then it'll be over with, right?
time out.
But
I got
talk about it.
Sexy Red. This is the same person that filmed her water breaking, threw it in the video.
Ugh.
She was twerking after she had the baby at the hospital.
hospital.
yeah.
She's named lip gloss after STDs.
Oh.
Like look,
It's too much. Way
It's-
too
it's
much.
way too much.
trash. It's trash.
but they support it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not gonna. My little brother is a huge fan of Sexy Red. I was like,
I was gonna say the amount of men supporting it is mind-boggling to me. I'm
Mhm.
befuddled because I thought these very men were the ones that said that they don't support this type of behavior. They know the
okay,
lyrics.
Nina.
They know the lyrics. They're making
Yeah.
videos to her stuff. Drake is her makeshift baby daddy. I mean, what
Drake was
Bring
actually
the shit.
going with her
Bring
to
the
the
shit.
hospital
Yeah.
because her water
Yeah.
broke when
During
they
that
were
video.
during the
filming.
video?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I thought y'all men didn't like those types of women.
Look, I'm gonna say
Somebody
this.
lying.
I mean, it's a reason for everything. You know what I mean?
Everything has its purpose.
It's a reason for everything, and everything has its purpose. You know,
Mm.
every person, every personality,
Yeah.
and you
Kelly.
know,
Shout out to Kelly.
you
Kelly
know,
say-
it's here.
I'm looking for the whole South.
See?
Mm.
Shout out, bestie.
But to your point,
Yeah.
this is the in the heart of heart. This is the truth. Every man don't want to be with a ratchet chick for an extended period of time, right? It's just certain things that she do on that level that you don't get every day without paying for it. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Exactly.
So you
speaking
want
on it.
you want a polished woman, and that you want she get a little somewhat, but she's still gonna be on the most conservative side. And every now and then you be like,
not Tyrone Biggums.
damn, baby, I see what you're doing with that straw over there.
You want to just
You know,
little itch,
you
little
know,
scratch.
you get a little itch every now and then. But
Is that how it works?
look, when I'm just trying to tell you. So, okay, so we've talked about when men cheat and how men cheat down and women cheat up.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because
Men,
we looking to replace your ass. We not at no ballpark. We not at amusement parks. We not trying to play a game, nigga. We trying to replace you.
exactly.
Can I say, Nick?
It's too
I,
late. You
I
already
should
said it. You
refrain
already
from
said
saying
it.
that. It is Black History Month.
You sure
But yeah,
did.
no, we trying to replace you. Ain't no such thing as
Right.
Yeah,
going down. Absolutely not.
we go down because we're not trying to replace you. We just trying to fill in that void. Well, you
But
know,
that's the
Supplement.
thing, though.
Yeah,
When
huh?
you try to fill in that void and then you get caught, you still lose what you was not trying
All
to
of it.
lose.
All of it.
that's if you get caught. I'm like Jeezy.
9
I'm
times out
like
of 10,
Jeezy
you
out
don't
here.
get caught.
I'm like Jeezy out here, fellas. Don't get caught. That's
You
just all
know,
I'm saying.
and let me be clear. I'm not a cheater. I've never cheated. I don't condone cheating. But what I'm saying in general for women, speaking for women, women plan to replace you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't move in a way like just playing around. We don't have time to play.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Black men don't cheat.
Lord.
do you agree?
I agree with with the whole theme of it all. You know what I'm saying? It's a good looking theme. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But let's be honest, people cheat,
Let's.
women and men.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But black men don't cheat. You know, the whole movement. I'm with that. I support that. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, everybody cheat, and some things need to change.
That's right. I agree. Everybody cheats in different ways. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Bars.
I'll say that.
Mhm.
So again, would you consider having a work wife or a work husband cheating?
Absolutely. That's
That is
emotional
definitely
cheating.
Yeah.
It's emotional cheating because I'm coming to work, sharing with you information that you shouldn't be privy to, especially because I know you're seeking to replace my man. So there's no way, hypothetically speaking,
Or vice versa, you're
Or
seeking
vice
to replace
versa.
my woman.
correct. So
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. Work husband, work wife, work bae, all that. That's cheating. Texting the ex every now and again, kiki, ha ha ha, cheating.
I don't
Entertaining
know,
some
'cause I
randoms in the
might just
DM.
want to, just know how your mama doing.
Mm-mm. Nah, we gotta let mama go. I let you go. I gotta let the family go. The mama go. Everybody gotta
I
go.
want to know how your mama doing.
No.
Versus me stopping by her house and she reminiscing, how your mama doing?
I think I think you have to know who you're with. And if
Mhm.
you think that person would be okay with whatever said behavior, then that's fine. But if you know you have somebody who, deems that as emotional, cheating or whatever, then it's
like
a
you still attached.
yeah, you're
Okay,
crossing the
gotcha.
line. And in my opinion, I think these things should be talked about initially up front in a relationship. My man and I, we were just friends. We met through mutual friends and we were friends for months before we went on a date. So we had a lot of conversations. We didn't even think we would actually go on a date because we didn't meet under
Mhm.
those circumstances. So he got to know me very well and I got to know him very well just being friends. So he
Ain't nothing wrong
knows
with that.
my definitions and I know his. So yeah,
Well, them definitions can get you in trouble.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
He's a little more loosey goosey than I am, but
I believe it.
mhm.
I believe it.
His gray areas far and wider than mine, but
So Kellen say, but he love her mama. Back to this.
I'm not doing it for Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
So let's address the whole Galentine's fiasco, right?
Uh-oh.
So we talked about it a little bit. You know, we took the week off because of Valentine's Day, so everybody could, you know, spend time with their shooby dooby significant other. They look, you know, they look, yeah, you know, whatever it was,
Yeah.
right? You know, so you know, people got to spend that time or whatever. But I honestly feel like two things when it comes to that, right?
Mhm.
The first thing is that Valentine's Day is a pagan holiday. They did create it just to stimulate the economy.
Mhm.
So it really wasn't the true definition of Valentine's Day. It started off as a Roman holiday, right?
Mhm.
They sacrificed animals and slapped shit out of women with animals. Yeah. Galentine's Day was a holiday that they invented where it was more like Valentine's Day, and they ended up opting when they brought it back to take on that same meaning. So then women went out and created Galentine's Day. It started for women who were single and didn't have anybody. They just wanted to celebrate each other.
Yeah.
The issue I'm having now is that you have people that are in relationships and that are married going out with their homegirls praising each other. It's borderline lesbianism. I'm just gonna say that.
I disagree. I disagree on that part.
Damn.
I mean, it's based to me. It's basically just another outing, like with your girls. That's it. You're just getting a little bit more dressed up than what you normally do.
I said borderline lesbian, and you just hit it. A little more dressed up.
No, like so for me, if I go out with my girls, like I'm gonna get dressed up, but you know, depending on where we go, you know.
So
like,
so you mean to tell me if some dudes got out and say homie times, a friend, you know,
Well,
big dog together,
they called it Palantine.
And we go out and dress up and look real fly, and you know, had a shirt, you know,
each other,
you know, hats on, dog, and we players, and we go out together and give each other gifts. Wouldn't that look a little weird?
Look a little suspect to me.
Nah, okay. I'm gonna be real.
Look a little suspect to me.
I'm gonna be real. Damn. I hate this shit, bro. I always want up on his side. All right. I'm gonna be real.
Keep it a
I
buck.
don't see
I'ma
nothing wrong
keep
with
it a buck.
Galentine's. I enjoyed mine.
I honestly think women who are married, damn, and my people probably watching this.
Hey, people.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, book club?
Fuck. I think women who are married or in relationships, when you go out on Galentine's, it does look a little funny to me. I will be real.
Okay.
Reason being, when you're single, and it's a bunch of single girls. When I was single, I have a girl group that we go on trips. We do, you know, Galentine, whatever, all that. Once I got into a relationship, it's just a little strange for me to go out and do the same behaviors that we would do when I was single. So I did a Galentine's, whatever, this past weekend, and I was like, you know, we had the shots and the drinks, and we got all dressed up and zhushed up and all that kind of stuff, and we went out. But at the end of the day, you know, you out in those environments, a lot of inappropriateness be going on. You know, it's a lot of you know, men that come after you when you out, and shit, now women, and it's a lot going on. So, you know, for me, I was like, ooh, you know, once I watched the videos back the next morning, I was like, whoa, probably won't be doing that again. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying. I guess it depends on your crowd.
It depends on your crowd and how you actually plan it, because that didn't happen with us. Like, we planned it. We went to a restaurant.
Okay.
We had like a color theme that we wanted to do.
That's cute.
And it was just us. It was just like our normal group. You know, you were able to invite an additional person, but it was just more so us just going to a restaurant that we wanted to try.
Girls' night.
Yeah, it was basically a girls' night. So
I think girls' nights are healthy. I just think the environment that you choose to be in is important,
right,
when you're in a relationship.
And see, we didn't do no club.
If I saw a bunch of men having Palentines dressed up with each other, I would have a problem with that. I can't front. So on those grounds, for not being a hypocrite, I see it. I get it. That's all.
Great point, though. Great point.
I don't know, because we didn't do like a
can't.
gift exchange. That's why I say it depends on the group. We didn't do a gift exchange.
It wasn't
like, but if I was to see a group of men dressed up and y'all out, you know, y'all just chilling, y'all having drinks, whatever, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, that's a little suspect.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's suspect,
Oh.
but it's like y'all sure are endearing
If
towards each other.
I might be like, why is his chest so oiled up?
That's what I'm saying.
But
But if a dude bring me some flowers, I'm be like, nigga, what
Why
the fuck
would
is-
he
you know what I'm
bring
saying?
why would he bring you flowers? Like if that's the case, okay. If you with your partners and all y'all smoke cigars, okay. I don't see
Okay,
nothing wrong
cigar
with that.
lounge. Okay, that's
Yeah.
But what I've been seeing Galentine's is when women get dressed up super sexy.
like a date.
Mhm,
Yeah,
Like
mhm.
the,
I ain't gonna lie,
it's
we
like
was
it's kind of
few.
like they
See?
replacing the man with their homegirl.
that's what it
There you
feels
go.
like.
Come on now.
And so whenever you replace the man with your homegirls, that kind of like mess with your psyche.
It feels funny to me.
Yeah, it be stuck in the back of your head. So if she get cute and y'all exchanging gifts, hugs, y'all twerking on it. I ain't saying,
Yes.
I ain't saying what y'all did
Me,
with that.
But-
me and my friends.
But I
yes.
saw the twerking.
But I've seen that,
Yeah.
and they get
Yes.
they get real sexual.
It
You know what I
absolutely-
mean?
it
And,
did.
and
Indeed.
you know, I'm looking at like, okay, is this is this how y'all rocking? If so, that's cool.
Right.
Do what you
Mhm.
do. But is you want to do it that bad that you get with your homegirls
yeah,
and do exchange gifts and twerk on each other?
I can see the problem. Like that's what
That
I'm saying.
part,
I'm
you know what I'm
honest.
saying?
I
That's all
can
I'm
see
saying.
the issue in it. That when I went out with and did the things,
You know what?
I felt,
You feel violated, did you?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I just knew that we needed to wrap it up by
Yeah,
a
it
certain
was that
time,
time.
and
Yeah,
I needed
yeah.
to get to the house to my man.
That's
there
it.
you go. There you go.
Let me get up out of here.
And for those who don't have men, y'all do what y'all do. That's cool.
Yeah, whatever.
But some things I seen was a little bit weird to me,
It's very
and
much.
I didn't really, you know what I'm saying?
And some women, not since we're on the topic, some women are funny to the extent that they want you to spend time with them like you would spend with your man. It's like, girlfriend, I can't. I'm running a household. I'm raising kids.
Yeah,
I got things to do. I can't be sitting up on no phone,
no.
keying it up
Right.
and spending time, girl time all this time. Girl time should happen few far in between because we busy.
Ain't
Alright,
that what brunch is for?
Yeah,
or something
brunch
like
or
that?
something like that,
Y'all do the
yeah.
brunch or whatever.
Totally.
But
I love a good brand.
But see,
Absolutely.
Good brunch.
But I also said this too.
Yeah.
A lot of times when men go to brunch, they ain't going, all right, dog, let's go ahead and go to brunch. Huh? They going to brunch and trying to get on the women.
Exactly.
So if they
basically
going and
a brunch that turns into Sunday fun day.
exactly.
right.
Let's be real.
So if he going, we're going to brunch. Nah, fam. Nah.
I don't see no man saying it like
No, but that's what they
I see
on,
some
though.
of them, and they out there for brunch for real. And they be with the women.
Because the men that get dressed up together, they all going to get up on some hoes.
Yeah, that's it. Hey,
Women get all dressed up together, they go and get up on each other.
so
What's going on?
Hey,
Some of them.
hey,
Some
now.
of them.
Oh, okay.
Some of them.
Some
There
people
we
do.
go.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
do it,
some
some
do,
don't.
some
you know?
don't.
Some doing, some
You know what I
don't.
mean?
So I gotta address 3 comments. So Ronald said, shout out to Ronald. If a whole bunch of dudes out having drinks, it's got to be over the course of some type of sporting event. If not, yeah.
I'm saying,
Okay. Then Kellen say, I don't see anything wrong with my homegirl twerking.
Wow.
I like
that's
a nice mimosa.
Wow.
So first of all,
Wow.
I don't down the mimosa.
Of
like
course.
when I go out with my old lady, we have a mimosa, whatever, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I always want something a little bit stronger. I'd be like, hey, what y'all got? If they ain't got the whole full, setup of the bar, if I can't at least get a beer, this is not my environment.
Right. Right.
And I went to the Honey Hole.
The
And I was-
brunch spot.
Yes.
Okay.
What is it? The Honey Hole?
I don't know.
The brunch
Oh.
spot on Post Oak.
That's
My
a real
wife-
place called Honey
Yes.
Hole.
Yes.
It's on Post Oak.
Interesting.
My wife took me for was it Father's Day?
Oh, nice.
I said, no, baby, no.
It
They
wasn't for
don't,
you.
they don't serve beer here. You could have took me out to Katie with that little sporting thing. That'd have been right up my speed right there.
Oh, the
The
golf
dugout.
place.
The
Oh,
dugout.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Hey.
was just out that way last week.
Well,
So, but yeah, I get it. So, hey, to each his
to
own.
each his own.
Right.
Again, it depends on your significant other. If they cool with you getting dressed up and sexual with your homegirls, by all means, but not every man cool with that.
So, the listing came out about the top, 10 cities with STDs?
Damn.
Houston,
Where's
we
Houston?
missed it. We wasn't on it. We was not on it.
Holy
We
shit.
was not on it. You had Philly.
Whoa.
You had
You would never guess that.
it was all the cities in North Carolina, all East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Horrible.
East
Wow.
Coast.
North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and then the actual city of Philly, like, but it was multiple cities in South Carolina,
Oh wow.
North Carolina, and Virginia.
Oh.
But you know they be having what's that they have over there on the East Coast in South Carolina? They go to the beach once a year. It's kind of like a whole
Like a swingers convention?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's black folks go out there to the beach.
Mhm.
I can't remember what event it is, but yeah, I can see how that might be happening. So yeah,
I mean, I don't know. You know, at the same time, some cities may not have like how we have that like the health department and everything here,
Mhm.
and they're constantly talking about testing and
Mhm.
you know condoms and all that. A lot of cities don't have that.
That's true.
You know, it is not so vocal.
That's true. Or access
Right.
to
The
it.
access is not as easy as it is, and I can definitely say for here, the access to it is very easy.
So easy.
Like,
So easy. Some companies even are starting their own clinics, like HEB. I know opened their own
Mhm.
they
clinics,
sure did.
so the employees can go
right.
whether they have the insurance or not.
Oh, that's dope.
So
The Minute Clinic, I think.
Yeah.
that's what it is.
so stuff like that. So yeah, the access in Houston, I think, is like phenomenal.
Right.
I've not seen it that good in other places. That's actually why I was born here. My mama was my whole family's from Louisiana, everybody, and she moved to Houston because the healthcare was so poor.
Mhm.
She's like, I don't want to have my child in a, inadequate hospital. So
So let me give the names of the cities real quick. You got Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi,
damn.
Columbus, South Carolina,
Wow.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Is that predominantly where the black people at?
Yeah.
It seems like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
NOLA, New Orleans.
Damn.
I can see.
I can see that too. Milwaukee, Wisconsin,
Mm.
Little Rock, Arkansas, Washington, D.C., Norfolk, Virginia, Cleveland, Ohio,
Washington.
DMV, D.C., Maryland,
Jesus
Virginia.
Christ.
They all travel in between all
Yeah,
of that.
the back and forth. Yeah.
So
Wow.
Greensboro, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, San Francisco, California, Jacksonville, Florida, Miami, Florida.
Wow.
That is so shocking for me to hear San Francisco.
It ain't for me. It's not.
It is because that's just shocking.
So what do you suppose needs to happen? Because whether they get their rates down or not, it's gonna be a top 10.
Kellen called it Black Biker Weekend. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job, Houston. Appreciate y'all
Yes.
slowing up because y'all during
Awesome.
COVID was cutting up.
Awesome, Houston.
People was bored.
Yeah.
You had nothing to do.
Well, people thought they were gonna die too.
People out there risking it during COVID, catching COVID and gonorrhea.
No, really. I saw a thread on Facebook. This is so terrible, but gay men decided to try sex with a woman because everyone thought they were gonna die. And a lot of those men, I mean, this post has over 10,000 comments. I'll try to find it and send it to you. But some of those men have families now and wives.
True.
All for the whole
All from COVID.
Be DLing. Yeah.
Wow.
Ronald said these cities are huge drug hubs. Most of the STDs come from sharing needles.
Oh wow.
I can see it.
So then the issue here then becomes something. The solution becomes something completely different.
I mean, you still got the other stuff going on because the way that they selling box out there in California on Skids Row is ridiculous. You know, this lady went out there stopping her daughter. You ain't gonna sell no pussy out here.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
So I mean, but they notorious. They have their hot spots out there in California where police know it's going down.
Oh wow.
They got bisonets all over there. So
Bisonet ain't Bisonet. No,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Trying to shut it down.
They are because I ain't seen hardly any traffic.
No, they didn't move. They didn't move a little further.
That's good.
You know, they done found other areas. But
they just getting smarter with it. You know, the same way that everything else happens. You know, when things force you to change, you don't stop doing what you're doing. You just change up how you do it.
Yeah. So
I hate to hear that.
I'll say this, since we're on the discussion of cheating and relationships and women getting dressed up and twerking, can you tell us about Convos with Kings?
Oh, Convos with Kings. It's a
good segue.
It's awesome, by the way. Jamie, you did an awesome job with that.
That's right.
And I got to give praise where praise is due. You know what I mean? Convos with Kings is basically where men sit down on a panel and be vulnerable with women. say things that we don't normally say. A lot of times with men, we hold things in. You know, we're gonna bottle them up. The emotions, our feelings, we're gonna say just enough, and that's it. And then we're gonna be quiet about it. The good thing about having, you know, a good listening woman is she's gonna balance it out. She's not gonna shoot slugs at you. She's gonna make you feel better after the conversation, not make you feel less. So oftentimes with men, we don't say things because we don't want to feel like, oh man, we can't be saying that, we can't talk about that, or whatever. And if you got a bad woman, she gonna pull that out of you and be like, you this and you that. You're like, man, I ain't finna tell her nothing. I ain't gonna even speak on how I really feel.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Can you be honest and open, you know, with your woman or with your boo or whoever? So we want to have a open forum where we can be honest with women and they listen and hear and just sit back and think about what we're saying. Not necessarily to respond, but to hear.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when is this happening?
24th of February, 6 p.m. You know what I mean? It's gonna go down. Convos with Kings, long awaited, and put a lot of time into this, a lot of thought, and you know, great things on the way.
Is that here in Houston or?
It's here in Houston on the north side,
north side.
Willowbrook area.
Okay.
Yeah, Willow Chase. It's an actual hotel, so you can come out, check it out, and it's gonna be live.
Nice.
So how did you pick your panel?
I want to pick a variety of people, you know, just how they think, you know, and put them all together, because I know each one of them have different personalities and they can come from different, you know, walks of life. Some of them have been through different things, you know what I mean? So it gives different perspectives, not just one perspective. I'm one person, you know what I mean? So my perspective is cool and all, but to hear a variety of people speaking, that gives it more of a dynamic, you know what I mean? And so I just think that would be dope to have different people speak on different topics.
So are y'all going off the cuff or are y'all preparing material ahead of time?
Well, there's like key points, you know what I'm saying? Key points are gonna be in there, and we're gonna let them express. So,
Gotcha.
Yep.
So it'll be raw and natural.
Raw and natural, but
Okay.
definitely key points that we're gonna hit on. Definitely.
Love that.
Yeah.
Hold on now. We can't just say raw and natural. Just
Oh my God.
talking about what
See,
we was
it's
talking
him.
about.
It's him. It's him. It's him. We go from ski taste to raw. What is your problem, Chris? We're talking about emotions and vulnerability.
Okay. All right.
It's him. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Whatever.
So is it a free event? Do they have to purchase a ticket?
It's tickets are $35. You can go on
Okay.
Eventbrite, look for Convos with Kings,
Mhm.
search Eventbrite, and
Okay.
you'll find Convos with Kings. Tickets are $35, and it
Okay.
also comes with a travel voucher.
Oh, nice.
So if you pull up in the building, you get a travel voucher. You know what I mean? So how dope is that?
That's very dope.
You know what I mean?
Travel, like you could pick where you want to
And
go.
you can. I mean, it's going to be like a certain list,
Oh, okay.
and those are going to be brought to the people by GinaLatrice.com. And
Nice.
she's a travel agent that I hooked up with.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
it's extra incentive for the ladies to come out, you
I
know,
see.
because I've noticed that women really love to travel these days.
We do.
Absolutely.
And could that be connected to some old gallons? I'm just playing.
Nah,
Some old
I'm just playing.
Galentine.
I don't know.
but I'm gonna tell you what it is. I extensively researched that one, right? What it is that women like the change of scenery, right? The reason they proved it, I think 101% it increased that women started going on trips by their damn self.
Okay.
Like not even with their significant other or man, just by themselves. I'm gone. I don't need nobody. I'm out. The reason why we're so against it, and I'm not gonna say we're. Majority of men are against traveling because we know it costs money. We want to be able to control the spending. When you travel like that, you aren't always able to control the spending. Anything can happen. Oh crap! And you got to make sure you have cash on standby, because if you go to different countries, the money ain't the same.
Yeah.
So you go out. Oh, we got to have activities. Like women plan whole itineraries of like what they're gonna do when they
Why
gonna
it gotta be like this?
It is. They got a list. Look,
it's true.
You're
extensive.
The list.
Yeah.
It's quite extensive.
Basically, what you mean is that you changing at least 2 to 3 times within a day.
Absolutely.
Because of that long list.
Well, when y'all say a woman's mind is extensive?
Absolutely.
It's far more has so many more components into her mind. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, she gonna think on different levels. She gonna come up with different reasons, different scenarios, different plots, different twists. Whereas a man, we kind of pinpoint. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna have some fun in the middle. There it is.
Nah, it ain't even.
You know what I mean?
Say, hold on. This is why I got to grab the mic right here. Are we going? Okay. No, I ain't planning nothing. No. Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna do what we're gonna do.
What we gonna do?
God.
Just know I need to be able to fit sex on the balcony in there.
Wow.
We got a balcony room, right? It's okay,
Right.
sex on the balcony.
A beer.
A beer.
And a mimosa. And Chris happy.
Okay.
He
Hey.
happy.
Kellen say they're running out. The reason why women like to travel is because they run away from their intrusive thoughts.
Jesus.
Hey,
That's part of the mind. I got to say,
You know-
part of the mind. They want to get away from everything.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I started traveling when I was, way back in the gap. We had couples, like all the married couples would travel. So we would go on a trip like every spring or summer, something like that. Then we started doing trips with the kids. So one trip with the adults, one trip with the kids.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Once I became single, then I started traveling by myself. I'm like, I still like to travel. Then I started traveling with other women, the girls, the Galentine,
You know
The
what, y'all
Golden
not
Girls.
just gonna put it out on Galentine.
I'm just
It's
playing.
just because it was a
I'm
thing,
kidding.
man,
We
you
call
know.
it the Golden Girls. Okay.
Okay.
So my
Now,
thing.
now one of y'all was old. Come on now.
No,
See, look, golden boy, golden girl.
We
See,
ca-
see
we-
that, you know.
We call it that. Well, they called it that because they were all single for a long time. I was the only one coming out of a long,
Okay.
So anyway, long story short,
No, hold on, real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. What's the average amount of time these women were single?
I'm not putting them out there like that. They might be watching. I love you, ladies.
I just want to know. They were. You said they were single a long time.
They-
I'm like,
It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, they were single a
You
long
do.
time.
You
So,
do.
No.
but what I got out of traveling, I'll say this, is going to different cities or countries or whatever and learning the different cultures, experiencing different foods,
mhm.
Visiting different terrains, mountains, beaches, snow, whatever, just experiencing different ways of life. It increases your creativity
Mm-hmm.
versus when you're sitting in the same city, doing the same things. It kind of stagnates your creativity for people who create.
Okay.
That's why I like it.
Okay.
I like to travel at least once a year.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
Don't get me to,
Yeah.
my chair is my chair. The cave is the cave.
Yeah. And you good.
I got my whole little setup in here.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It goes down nightly. I close the door, cut all the little lights on the TV. It's black. Light a candle. I get in my zone.
Yeah.
Me time.
Yeah.
and
Me
shit.
time. Yeah.
Self-care.
Kids in the they come see daddy, love you too, baby. All right, y'all go to bed. All right,
There it is.
playing the video game, whatever it is. It's like,
So how
It's
often
important.
do you travel?
I travel a little bit. I travel because of my business.
Okay.
I'm in the fashion, eyewear, music, different stuff like that. So I travel for different reasons. They don't always be for fun.
Okay.
A lot of times for me, traveling is business, and then while I'm out there, I do something cool. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I don't be like, oh, I want to go to Belize or something. You know what I mean? Oh, I want to go to I'm like, if I go there, I go there.
Mhm.
But if I got to go there for the money and the fashion and what I do, oh yeah, I'll be there.
You'll squeeze in some.
Oh
money.
yeah,
but
for
that
sure.
makes sense though. I mean,
Yeah.
when
Right.
you on your
Yeah.
grind, if it's an opportunity to go get some money right there,
Yeah,
why not travel
and,
to the
and
money?
do the same thing.
Well, when I was a traveling trainer for Hertz, I traveled a lot of places and I would squeeze in fun,
Okay, okay.
in between work.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
Because I sure enough did on the state dime. When I had to go do this stuff with
on the
these kids.
company dime.
Look, when I had to go, I've been to Atlanta. I've
Mhm.
been to all parts of Texas. I've been to Cleveland.
Mhm.
Hey, if I got to go play some kids. Okay, how long I got to do this?
Mhm.
How many? What's my per diem? Okay, come on. Look, we're gonna go figure
Right.
this out.
Mhm.
Oh, that's their part.
Bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but I would say it keeps you with a fresh perspective when you travel and meet new people. That's what I
I
think.
agree.
I don't be trying to meet nobody. Fuck 'em.
Well, I mean, how are you expanding your mind?
You know what?
Expanding your network, right?
Mhm.
Look,
That's
let me just tell you.
what was the three terms? It was realist. Was it pessimist?
Oh, realist,
And
pessimist,
optimist.
optimist.
Yes,
You a pessimist.
I think so.
I said I told you I lean towards pessimist.
God.
I think so.
I just be running. Look, because people be trying to come up. You know, a lot of people aren't really genuine when they really meet you, right? It's more or less like I want to see if I can get over on them, if I can get something up out of them type. You know,
I mean,
And
are you
you just a-
projecting, or do you know that to be sure?
No, he's
No.
just the type to where before they even come up, he's just like that's how he is.
Lord.
I
Like,
mean, to his defense, I guess you would judge them, right?
I'm guarded because like I
Off the
know
cuff.
people. You know,
I'd rather you be guarded with your own spirit and your own vibe than not be.
True.
Because in this world, you know how I was raised in the environment that I came up with. If I wasn't guarded, if I didn't watch my surroundings and I ain't prejudge people I met, I'd be dead.
Hell yeah.
true.
Absolutely.
So in that environment, for me, you know, I have to judge people.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, like off the rip. As soon as I see him walk up, I'm getting in my car. I'm somewhere. I'm pulling out this. You know what I'm saying? I'm somewhere. You know what I mean? And next thing I know, I see some individuals walking up, and they look a little indifferent. You know what I'm saying? And so
indifferent.
Indifferent.
I love that. I love that.
And so because I'm a precautious man, and I like to take matters into my own hands, and I don't wait to call nobody else for what I got going on, I'm gonna handle that in whatever way I deem necessary. So with that being said, some things get a little bit, you know, funny. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
And so I gotta judge that. And so if I see a young lady, you know, she's walking up to me, she wants to engage me in conversation, I'm checking out her body language. I'm checking out how she moves. Does she go around the whole room and talk to everybody like that? How does she look? What does she want? Because typically when I go out, I have a lot of extra stuff on. That's just my personality. You know what I'm saying? So I work hard for my stuff.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So when I step out, I'm looking a certain kind of way. So I already know certain type of vultures is gonna come on to me because I got that on. Then you go get in your car and you go, you know, they see stuff on the gram. You know what I mean? And so I don't really want to be, you know, looked at, you know, as a piece of meat. I'm a man, you know what I mean? So she got to
But
come
you know,
back.
so okay, I'm glad that you said that, because here's the thing, because Chris knows we all kind of come up in some, you know,
different environments. Yeah.
And so, you know, when I met him, when we were first talking business about me coming on the show, I wouldn't give him my number. And I'm like,
I still don't have a number. I still don't have a number.
To this day.
Update.
To this day.
Ooh, this man trying to do business over here, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
As a woman,
but you guard it.
As a woman,
go.
you get people who come to you and do these things. So when I'm saying expand your network and go out and travel and meet people, I'm not suggesting that you leave your self open like a city with no walls. I'm simply saying you have to be able to have the experiences and make the judgments and do the necessary things at the same time. But if you close yourself off completely, you also close out opportunities as well.
You're right.
Understood.
So that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to JP. Just you know, pull up a chair, whatever you do, fam.
Who is JP?
Joseph Piercefield.
Oh, that's a very nice name.
And Kelly said he's a diehard optimist, but I will optimistically put hands.
He will optimistically what?
Optimistically put hands on you if you got
to.
Respect to the homie. Respect to the homie.
That's
man.
what, yeah. So yeah, that's just different views. It's just my view. But I had to learn boundaries, though.
Definitely,
I had to learn boundaries.
Sure. I'm definitely one for boundaries.
Well,
yeah.
Well, here's my thing. I get the boundaries, but like, what do you say? Hold on. Still, me either, Chris, and I'm her bestie. I know, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just never know.
You know?
Listen, you get these people in Houston, everybody knows each other, whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know y'all from a can of paint.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta come up here, check it out, make sure everything is what you said it is.
Continue to be that way.
And if it is, then cool. We can go from there.
Yeah.
If not,
that's all right, Nina. They can reach you in the group chat.
Sometimes you need a direct contact because you're trying to get a direct answer. You ain't got no time to be
I
screwing
just
around.
had to make sure everybody was
understand.
who they said they was. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's it. That's all.
right.
You cute now, but you ain't that cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I am.
You know, I mean, like, you know,
I gotta make sure.
Yeah.
You know, you just never know. You just never know.
So the concept that I really thought about a lot this week, right,
Mhm.
was selfless versus being selfish,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
So we all tend to kind of walk that fine line between being selfish and selfless.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of things that really open your eyes and define, and you're either one or the other.
Mhm.
It ain't no way you're gonna be. At times, you are gonna be more than, you're gonna be more than one way than the other. But for the most part, at the end of the day, just kind of like we had those concepts of being pessimist, optimist, and realist.
Mm-hmm.
You're either gonna be selfless or selfish.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think one of the biggest attributes, or I guess one of the big things that I took away as far as defining it, is the people that have kids, right?
Mm.
Because not to say that kids are I can respect the people who don't have kids for some of the reasons they don't have kids, but some people flat out don't want kids.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the selfish aspect of it, because you're not wanting to change your lifestyle in order to be able to have lineage, to have a legacy, and be able to correct some of the things that were wrong with your upbringing. And it's an opportunity for you to be completely selfless because they come first.
Most definitely.
Until
I need my me time.
Till you need your me time, and if that's stopping at McDonald's before you get to the house, eating the double quarter pounder in the car before you go inside to have dinner, go right ahead.
You know, I'm not. I'm gonna be so transparent right now. Just the other day, what was it? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I was headed home, and in my mind, I was like, "What is these kids gonna eat?" And the little selfish part of me was like, just stop at Whataburger. Just get you something to eat. I literally sat in my car and ate my food. I threw the paper away.
You got to throw away the evidence. Got to throw it away.
Because I heard the garage opening. So I hurry up. And my son was like, "Mom, what you doing?" I was like, "Oh, nothing. Just he was like, you gotta do something." I was like, "So what we eating tonight?" Knowing I not already ate.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes I just have to be selfish with me.
I mean, you need that time, I think. Do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids.
Okay. Well, I have two. I have a son who is 17.
Okay.
He'll be 18 in June. He's actually graduating this year. And then I have a daughter. She's 21.
Okay.
And so she's in college. She'll be graduating next year.
Push P.
Yeah. I'm an OG in the game. But what I will say is I blend my self time with the kids' time.
Mm-hmm.
So like last night, my daughter and I went out for oysters. And we had wine and oysters or whatever.
Because she's 21.
Because she's 21. And, I stopped at Cheesecake, got me a little key lime cheesecake, killed that cheesecake before we got to the house.
Okay.
Because if my son saw it, hopefully he's not watching.
He was gonna want some.
He was gonna want that cheesecake.
Mama,
Yeah, but he was at work last night.
Okay.
So when he's at work, he brings home food for himself. He don't ask nobody else to
I'm
think.
gonna bring y'all
no, wait a minute.
You see what I'm saying?
No, that's
But
bad.
I will say this. So my son that works, he'll ask me, "Mama, do you want anything?"
He'll ask, yes.
Or he know,
Yes.
like, I love the ice from his job. So he'll bring me, a cup of ice or whatever. But normally, like when I pick him up, I'll be like, "What my food?"
Right. He'll ask sometimes. But my son, he's serving the Lord's chicken. Okay. He works at Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
The Lord's chicken.
Oh, so
I mean,
his
I
job is
never
in
heard it. I
competition
never
with my son's job. He works at Kane.
Oh,
Look,
see.
don't be mad because these folks is out here flipping birds, man. They flipping birds.
Hey, I'm
The
proud
legal
of
way,
him.
the legal way. So I don't necessarily like fast food like that. So it's fine. He doesn't have to bring me anything. But I would say I balance my time. So I spend time with my kids individually.
Mhm.
Sometimes we spend time together, all of us. And then I have my
Your time.
Yes. So I just make sure we get an even balance because I need one-on-one time with them because they're young adults.
Right.
And then I need family time with them. So I would say you got to balance it.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at our premise of who we are as people, right? At the very core of who you are at the fundamental level, you're selfish off the rip. You learn,
or you're supposed to be anyway, right?
And through social interaction, you learn how to be selfless.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You learn how to share. You know, you learn how to put other people first. And as men, once we learn that, we never learn anything else because we play second fiddle all the time. That's all I gotta say.
Survival says that you have to care for yourself, otherwise you won't even be here to care for your responsibilities.
Right.
True.
So I gotta make sure I got me, but I make sure to blend the time.
So which one would
For
you
sure.
say you are? Are you selfish or selfless?
I would
Or
say
you're a mixture?
You know, I'm a mixture, but I started off, you know, selfish. You know, I was my brother and sister is a lot older than me. So as a kid, it was just me playing with me. You know what I mean?
The golden boy.
Yeah, there you go.
I see. I got it.
Yeah, see where it all derived from.
I see.
So as I got older, you know, and started to branch out, you know, I realized that, you know, people will take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody, you know, I got a nice toy. Now you want it, then you mess up my toy.
Yeah.
And then I got to come get my toy back. And I'm serious about my toys. You know what I'm saying? My little He-Mans and all that different stuff that I had. Because that was mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, I was a little kid who used to run around with his drawers in the neighborhood, you know, acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, growing up, you know, was a little bit, you know, different, man. We just in the sandbox doing what we do. But I wanted what I wanted, you know. I wanted the football, I wanted the basketball. That was mine.
Yeah.
And you can't have it.
Yeah.
And then when I got cool with people that was cool like me, then I started to share.
Yeah.
And then it became a network, you know what I'm saying? That we could go and hey, can I borrow your ball? I'm gonna bring it back in the same condition, you know, respectfully that you gave it to me. You know what I mean? Because you know, you can't mess up. I want to mess up yours. And as I got older and became a man, I understood that. So I treat everybody based on what I see.
Yeah.
Because everybody will be used in life. Everybody will be used. You know what I'm saying? So if I got a homeboy, we not just homeboy. I might need to use you for something, dog.
Yeah.
I might need you to come help me with this job I'm doing. I might do this here. But you ain't finna just sit around and do nothing and be around me.
Not at all.
And so likewise, if I'm, you know what I'm saying, it gotta be, you know, mutual. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people get that messed up. Well, I don't want to be used. No, you will be used in this life.
Absolutely.
For sure.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Your jobs use you every day.
Every day.
Absolutely.
Every day.
I don't even like to, you know, work is the new slavery, the new form of prostitution and everything. I mean,
they pay you to sleep
know,
on your dream.
You know, yeah, they do.
Basically.
Oh.
Then they gonna bargain with you on how much they want to pay you to get you to do what you're supposed to do. You worth a whole lot more than ever. Look, what I need to, let's see, I need to eat. I need to, you know, how much you willing to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit up first.
It's tough. Yeah.
Chris is a mess.
Hey man, it is what it is. But if you're working, not to cut you off, but if you're working, salute to you. Everybody got a different niche.
Right.
So it ain't nothing wrong with working hard. I ain't knocking that at all.
Absolutely.
It's just my path in life took me somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your path, I know people who make 6 figures, 8 figures working.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Corporate America.
You know what I'm saying? So salute to those people too. So there's no shot at y'all. I'm just saying for me, I took a different path. You know what I'm saying? And whatever consequences came with that.
And I think that's what people ought to recognize. You know, we all are here. We all have different purpose. We all have different skills, gifts, things like that. So it's not a one size fit all. And what I've noticed is all the jobs that I've had leading up to me getting to my life purpose, they've all prepared me in one way or another. Even though I wasn't getting paid as I should have in dollar signs, I was getting paid in experience. And what that did was it led me to where I'm going.
Four Kings podcast. Who we got?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Kellen, dog. Dad had daddy.
The what?
Go ahead. The dad had daddy.
Lord.
What's up, Kay?
Hey, man, I love what he said that everybody's going to be used. Because everyone is going to be used. So there's 2 ways. You can be useful or you can be useless.
Yes, sir.
You know? And in life, that's just what it is. You want to be useful to others. So, like, I'm going to have to use you for something. But you just get the negative connotation so often. Like, we gotta get away from that.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Totally.
I want to be useful to my people.
But
I want my people to be like, you know what, he's useful.
yeah,
100%.
100%.
Just don't abuse.
Right.
use.
Yeah,
There
they
you
don't
go.
abuse me, right?
There you
Don't
go.
use me up.
Right.
There you go.
It doesn't need to be predatory.
Ooh.
I don't need to be around there singing Bill Withers when you get done with
Man,
me. So, you know,
keep on using me.
till you use me up. Okay?
R.I.P. to Bill Withers too, man. He died recently. Right? He passed
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Bill Withers, man. The dude was jamming.
Man.
Did we do the Carl Weathers RIP when you was here, K?
No, that was. But I saw the clips of the show. It was wild.
Yeah, man. We RIP Carl Weathers, man. That was Apollo Creed, you know.
Yeah.
That was,
We losing and you know what's scary about that for me? Not only that we're losing these great Black, pillars in our community, but it's almost like pushing us into the next position or the current position. I think that's why it's so scary when we see those people go, because it's like, well, there's a vacancy now.
Who's next? Who's next?
You gotta
Who's
step
qualified?
forward.
Who's qualified to be next?
Who's qualified to
Right.
be next? So that's something that we need to think about.
I got a question here. So with Michael Jackson passing, who's qualified to be the next?
Oh,
Beyonce.
you know why I won't say, because Michael Jackson embodied more than just dancing. He had a voice, so he can make the world listen through music and his voice, and he will talk to you and tell you what he don't like and tell you all the things that he hate about the world. Beyonce is silent.
She is silent
For a reason.
Damn, I didn't want to go there.
I'm just keeping it a buck.
Oh, I know.
So we passed Beyonce. So
I agree.
who would you say it would be then?
It sound like Chris Brown.
Who would I say it would be? I don't always agree with everything he say, but he does have a certain quality that puts you in the realm of that, kind of like the Bob Marleys and all these people. I'm gonna say Kanye.
Oh, that's
That was
controversial.
That was controversial as hell.
I don't believe everything he say,
Yeah,
but some of the stuff he say be 100% accurate.
absolutely.
And then you start to see and unfold later on. It may be a year from now. Man, what that boy said was right. He telling the truth. And other folks follow suit. Then it become a trend. But he was the first one that started that renegade style in this era. You know what I'm saying? Pac was doing it.
Yeah.
But Pac wasn't as wild with all the antics as Kanye. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comparing him to Pac at all.
No.
What I'm saying, he is his own person, and sometimes he get a little emotional.
Yeah.
But sometimes his emotion bring out a lot of things that we all need to hear.
Absolutely.
That's all
You
I'm
know
saying.
what's funny? I remember, because I was in college when Kanye dropped, when he came out, and Kanye was doing and saying things that was maybe 3 to 5 years ahead of the schedule.
Yeah.
And so people always thought that he was crazy, but then once we caught up in time, it's like, oh, but it keeps being that way. I have to agree on that too.
Yeah. I'm still gonna say Chris Brown. I'm sorry.
You gonna go with Chris?
I'm still saying Chris.
I mean, if we going just music and dancing, you know what I'm saying? But it in order to be a certain kind of icon, to me, you have to have everything.
Bigger than that, yeah.
And the only reason why I'm so like just stuck to that perspective of Chris Brown is because of the records that he's held, right?
Yeah.
Like I shared with the group, he's been the only artist in the last 20 years to what was it? Let me get it right when I say what I say.
So you would skip Usher for Chris?
Yeah, because overall, as far as like performance goes, and the reason being too, here's the other part. The one thing that I talked about with the guys, I was like, look, you can say Beyonce, you say whoever you want to say, but I'm looking at if Chris Brown never had that incident with Rihanna,
where would he be now?
Where would he be now?
Yeah, that killed him.
Exactly. That killed everything.
And forever will be.
And forever. Because they just invited him to play at the NBA All-Star game. And then all of a sudden,
because of his past, they had to basically say no, but you can sit on the bench.
But
that's not right.
For them, they're looking at it from business.
Yeah.
If we put this man on, how much money are we gonna lose?
Yeah.
Who gonna not tune in, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a business move, and because he's so tarnished, that's never gonna change.
That's sad because the
T word.
It's just, yeah.
I mean, for me, I just look at it kind of both ways. Like, yes, the whole situation was bad,
Of course.
but nobody's looking at the fact that she put her hands on him too.
yeah.
But they never do. It's always a double standard. You got an artist who has been the first artist this century to chart on the Billboard Hot 100 for 20 years in a row.
Yeah. That's a pretty
20 years. That
a
means
big
since he
accomplishment.
came out, he's been
Yeah.
on the Billboard 100.
No, because he's that talented. But I
Very.
commented on this on the Shade Room, and I said, to pay for a crime once is justice, but to continuously pay
Yep.
is cruelty.
Yep.
And so I wholeheartedly believe that.
Dominique Jones shouting you out, George. My bad. T.
Oh, Dominique.
yeah.
Oh, shout out, Dominique John. What's up?
And so I agree. You know, I think he's paid his debt to society.
Yeah.
He said his apologies. He was a
Mhm.
young boy when it happened.
Mhm.
If we thought about all the mistakes we made at that age as kids, if we had social media, if we had cameras in our faces at that age,
Right.
a lot of us would be tarnished and blackballed and blacklisted and all these kinds of things. So I don't believe they should continue to punish him for something that he did that he's paid for.
But the other reason why it's so hard to get rid of that, right, is because, Dominique made a good point right here. So Ocho Cinco was able to reverse how people looked at him after his domestic shenanigans with Evelyn. So it was different though. They're not on the same apex, right?
No.
Like
Not at all.
Evelyn and Chad,
Rihanna and Chris.
Rihanna and Chris.
Yeah.
So it's completely different.
It is.
So I mean, it happens with him. Okay, yeah, and you know they've seen her do wild stuff on the Basketball Wives show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he headbutted her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he didn't smack her around.
Don't you laugh, Kelly. I hear you.
You know, so I'm
I
just
hear
saying.
you.
Like, yeah, he headbutted dog. That was wild. You see that boy head?
That's nasty.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's
Exactly.
nasty work.
So
That big ass military head. That's some nasty work.
so
That's a nasty headbutt right there. Boy, that boy got that long bullet head. Dog.
he got that bullet head.
Mhm.
But when you look at it though, like Chris Brown at the apex of his career,
Yeah.
he double mint commercials.
Right.
Yeah.
He was like just
It was
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
This happened.
double mint pulled him. Everybody Sprite pulled him.
It's a wrap.
It was a wrap.
Right.
And anytime they get ready to start to do it, because of now the Me Too shit,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's almost like if he shows up and says anything controversial within that,
Mm-hmm.
see, he ain't learned his lesson.
Yeah,
You know, yeah,
he's been exiled.
he's been
You know what I'm
exiled.
saying?
Yeah.
Exiled.
But yet and still, he's still charting.
He
Yeah,
is.
sure. But if he wasn't African American, it would be different.
Hello.
That is very true.
I don't know.
That is very
Yes.
true.
I don't know about that because who was that? That it was the white guy. That was God damn it. It was So it's nobody on that level. Again, these white people because they persecuted Alec Baldwin and the Baldwin brothers at one point in time because remember they had a secret recording of Alec Baldwin. Or was it? It was one of them damn Baldwin brothers, and he was talking about no good, nasty N-word and all this other stuff and a whole bunch of stuff. And the wife said she was abusive, but to make it more like solidified as far as a better example, Johnny Depp.
Mm.
So he beats the case.
Mhm.
Had he got convicted, he would have been no more Pirates of the Caribbean, none of that.
Mhm.
Everything would have ceased.
Okay.
But now you got Jonathan Majors, who was the hottest thing since
He
Pockets
black.
on
He
Pants.
black.
He's gonna be blackballed.
Yeah.
He's black.
And
that's
more
what
women are
that
coming
man
forward.
did. That's different. She was a heathen.
I'm saying to me, it's more scrutiny on
Wow.
black men when
It
we do
is.
something.
It is.
When we do something, is
It's 10
another person do
times.
another race do something, and it's like, oh, okay, we can try to do some things.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, look at this Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
This
Epstein.
dude here, he was the highest of the highest, and it's almost like everybody quiet. Oh, he still was a good person. He still was a good.
Oh no, he knew what time it was. That's why he offed himself.
Yeah. And
Or so they say.
did he really off himself?
Or so they say.
Did he really
Right.
off himself?
Yeah.
He had that kind of money, disappeared money. You know what I'm talking about? It's different.
It's different.
It's
It's
different.
very different. Yeah, I agree. I think black men, black people in general are held to a higher, well, the fail rate is higher if
Mhm.
you are human. And we all have our things. Everyone has their vices, whatever. Just like that attorney who's, I think she's on the case with Trump. Yeah. Is it Fannie Willis?
Mhm.
Yeah. She's, going after them for rigging the election, trying to steal the election in 2020. They pulling up her personal records
Oh yeah.
of her messing with the
DA.
prosecutor, the DA,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's
But
gonna wash everything she's saying.
it's gonna wash everything she's
because
saying.
sometimes you can go after the big fish and you get swallowed whole.
Absolutely.
It's the ocean out here.
Have you ever been swallowed?
That's his favorite.
Ooh-wee.
His favorite. Yeah, and it's unfortunate because it's like you almost have to have a squeaky clean image,
You
record,
do.
whatever, to succeed as a black person
You do.
in this
100%.
world, in this society, whereas everyone else is allowed to be human, pay their time, do their thing, and they can bounce back from whatever.
Right.
Barack would have never been president had they found any dirt on him.
Anything.
Like he admitted to doing cocaine when he was in Harvard, but that he admitted to it. So can't nobody come out and say
So you can't find it. And even then, he had to go in and walk on eggshells in the presidency. So he couldn't even really go in there and like be effective or be aggressive because any wrong moves he would have been.
what
And so even with that, I think it was
But
on.
no, hey, everybody was doing cocaine. That was like a Tylenol.
Oh, Lord.
Goodbye, Kelly. I think it was on Instagram
he did
where
lines off somebody's ass. That's what he did.
they were interviewing Michelle Obama,
Yeah.
and on the interview she had braids.
Mm.
And so they were, just asking her about the different hairstyles, and she was just like, us being in there, like I had to watch what the height of my shoes and how my hair was. And she was like, to be honest, like I wore a lot of protective styles or whatever because I didn't want to put so much heat damage into my hair.
Yeah.
But she was like, it was just so much
It's so much
on
pressure.
them.
Even a black woman in corporate America. I work in HR, human resources. So for me, being in certain rooms, certain meetings and conversations and board members and this thing and that thing, you are very conscious about what type of hairstyles you wear, what type of clothes you wear, what you're saying, what you're not saying. There's so much pressure for the whole code switching thing to where it's almost impossible to be authentic in these rooms. I mean, I still do my best to be authentic, but what I'm saying is you always have that thought in the back of your mind.
Don't go too far.
Right.
Like I can't walk into this board meeting with my natural hair.
No.
Because they're going to look at me like
you're unkempt. Unkept.
Right.
So why are black women so scrutinized in the workplace? I hear a lot about that. Y'all get treated the worst. Y'all don't get no promotions.
I wouldn't say that.
What do you think contributes to that?
I thought who tried to argue with me about that?
Y'all, I got my baby acting a fool. I'm gonna highlight y'all.
All right, give me some.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean on that part. So for me, the scrutiny that I have experienced is because of my shape. Like I have literally been pulled to the side and was like, you can't wear that, or that's not a part of dress code. And I'm like, okay, well, how is this not a part of dress code when it's still business casual? I cannot help that I'm proportioned. I can't help that. So tell me how you want me to come dressed. Like if I have on a pair of slacks, I cannot help how it hugs certain areas. Like
no, you can't.
There are certain things that I have to buy because I'm proportioned that has spandex in it. So either you want me to come just in a bed sheet, like how do you want me to come?
Yeah.
If I may, because it was so I'm gonna segue to something and I'm gonna come back. It was a clip that circulated yesterday about this woman who was married. And she posted it, and then they were like, she's wrong for this because she had on a dress that was fitting her frame. You saw the curves and everything else. Now, somebody in the comments said something. I'm like, they're right. Because again, if it's funny how she's married but seeks the validation and attention from outsiders. It's crazy. If you just want to take a picture, why not take a picture from the waist up or from the face, whatever? Everybody's always saying face card never on decline. Okay, well, take that kind of picture. But she was looking for validation.
Okay.
In that same breath, some women, and not to say that you did this, but will dress scantily or will dress, they know they have a shape and won't do anything to curtail it, right?
Mhm.
Like it was a girl that I worked with, and I would try to talk to her. Like she was well endowed. She had the mountains of Magnus. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. I was like, look at
Oh my God.
that's like an after hours outfit you got on. It ain't really professional. It's more like, bye out, I'm here.
Mhm.
You might want to get you like a little sweater or something, or,
Yeah.
whatever, because it is what it is. Quite frankly, I'm gonna tell you what they're not gonna tell you. They just gonna tell you out loud. I'm trying to give you a little something you might want to be able to.
I mean, I think it's possible to dress modestly even if you are full figured. I think sometimes it's a little more difficult to find certain items,
Mhm.
or
Right.
they don't make certain items in your it's very complicated. But I think it's possible. But I think to his point, they just find different reasons to nitpick
Yeah.
or remove you from the eligibility list of you know advancement or promotion or whatever. I worked for a company I will not name.
Of course, we don't
as
name companies.
Of course not. At some point, and I was the top producer in that field. I was the top.
Best Buy. No, I'm playing.
No,
No, I'm not.
no, I was the top as far as numbers go. Recruiting numbers, onboarding, retention, developing leaders, different stuff like that. Top in the division, top. I'm talking about on top of everybody in my role.
Gotcha.
Not one time was I ever given acknowledgement. The raises were, bare minimum,
Mhm.
just whatever the normal would be. And in fact, I was harassed a lot on the job by the people that, some of the leadership.
Decision makers.
Yes. And so to the point where I just decided to, leave, because I'm like, I'm the top performer here and I get treated as if I'm like the runt of the group or something.
Right.
I don't get it. So yeah, so that, using that as an example, and there was no we had uniform. We wore a certain thing, so that wasn't, you couldn't use that as an excuse to count me out, I'm well groomed, I'm articulate. I'm not like, what would be the reason?
Right.
So
I do. This is the one thing that I look at, right? And a lot of people look at, personal experiences. If you look at the demographics based on the DOL, which is the Department of Labor, and it shows you based on the different locations how people are being paid, the numbers are just eye-opening. They don't really want to pay black men. They don't really want to promote black men. It's very rare that we get a promotion in it. It's because they keep that good old boys club going. But then the other thing that happens is you get in these industries where it's a female dominated industry, and there's a lot of promotion there. However, like to the point that DJ said in the comments, some black women lack emotional intelligence, especially when they get into leadership roles.
Some, yes, I can agree.
Right. So yet they haven't had proper coaching for leadership to be successful in the workplace.
Yeah.
So
some
you get it, right.
Myself not being one of them.
I didn't say, I didn't say you were. Well, you all right. So but what I'm saying is I've experienced it, right? Women will get in these roles and want to emasculate men when they feel like they know their job better than what they should, or they good at it. I personally have experienced it. So I'm like, for me, it's like, look, I'm not trying to take your job. I'm just trying to do my job to the best of my abilities. But there's no reason for you to try and knock me down a peg, because I'm probably a little bit more qualified, a little bit more educated than you.
Well, I think it's back to what he was saying earlier. It's like that selfish thing. Like a lot of people get into these certain positions by being vicious. And so they feel like they have to be vicious to get them and then be vicious to keep them. You have met me and you've experienced me. I'm the same wherever I go
Right.
because I show up authentically.
Right.
I'm an inclusive person.
Right.
I'm not looking to come in and knock anybody off or do anything like that. I show my intentions. I'm here for the experience. I'm here to contribute, to be used in the way that's appropriate for me, to use in the way that's appropriate for me. And that's it. I'm not into no sideways competitions. I don't do those types of things. I have no interest in it. But for some reason, when I go into environments, I'm a target because of that.
But you ready for this? Have you read 48 Laws of Power?
Absolutely. Who hasn't?
Some people still haven't.
Oh. Oh no.
In fact, I'm reading it now.
Okay,
right?
I gotta reread it.
So one of the things about it, right? It tells you about basically, and I'm just gonna loosely say what it is. Basically, dimming your light to not outshine your superior.
Your master.
yeah.
Boy,
Not to outshine your master.
because once you outshine the person who's above you, and if their ego is,
If they're a monster of vanity, is what the book calls it.
see, she gonna use the actual verbiage.
Okay.
I don't want to go over nobody's head. I want to stay right at their level. Look, if their ego is not in check and they feel like they weren't needed or that they didn't prepare you to be able to do this, now you become a threat.
A target. Yes. Absolutely.
Man.
And I didn't know that before. So I would go in places doing my best, thinking that I'm just, making a place better.
Outshining the person
Not
that
knowing
wanted
it.
to come and shine.
And then once I realized it, now there's a target on my back.
How would this world be if everybody didn't have an ego?
So much better. We could all do our jobs. We could all do our jobs.
If there was no ego
and be in our proper
how
place.
much better fellowship would be, how much better sisters would be with each other,
Absolutely.
brothers would be with each other. How much would it be different?
That's a great question.
Just with him even saying like about how better sisters would be, I can honestly say, and it messes with me at times just to see how quick Black women will tear each other down.
Ooh,
I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, first ones.
Cancerous.
We're the first ones on each other. And that's the unfortunate part about it, because we'll sit up here and say like, oh, Black people, we need to come together, we need to that's great if we not like,
if we will stop having the crab in the bucket mentality.
Otherwise I can't be with y'all.
But we can't. I'm gonna tell you right now,
I just can't until we get that under control.
It's so hard.
It's
because
hard.
when you get back to again the whole concept of selflessness and selfishness, right?
Yeah.
It all stems from Sigmund Freud's theory of the id, super ego, and the ego. And all three are needed in order to be able to interact in society. You got to do things that's going to make you feel good.
Yeah.
So if somebody else is outshining you, instead of this is where the ego come in, we can't humble ourselves enough to be, hey, how did you do that? I want to learn how to do it. Now we're instantly in competition.
Right. Yeah.
Or I was talking about this in a sense of just like content creation, right? Content creation is such a vast field, but it's only a small margin of people who are successful because of the way that everything is, right?
Yeah.
Once you understand what the rules are, then you learn how to navigate those waters. Women have the easiest path to success in content creation. And some will argue, no, that's not true. It isn't. Okay. So you can post a video of you in a gospel, with a gospel song for a reel or whatever, and you just giving praise. But you might have on one of those praise gowns that shows your shape off. They ain't even listening to the words. Like, share.
But that's just revealing an issue of collective insanity. The different problems that we struggle with as a society.
I just call it thirst trapping.
Yeah,
killing.
But what I'm saying is, I think sometimes we have to we need to shift from a poverty lack mindset into a growth and abundance mindset, meaning when you see someone get an opportunity, that does not take away from your possibilities of receiving opportunities. Sometimes people will see you get an opportunity, and instead of them looking at that as an inspiration for what could come for them, they look at that as a threat.
Mhm.
And then they decide, well, I need to knock her off
Mm-hmm.
so I could be seen in that place, or I need to partner with her with hopes of, whatever little sneak, whatever.
Little
Yeah.
snake move.
Yeah, whatever little snake move.
Yeah.
Rarely is it ever seen as an inspiration for what could come, because we think this person has this opportunity that's taken away from me. It's not. You need to understand that there is more than enough opportunities available for everybody according to your skills,
Mhm.
according to your abilities, according to what, God, Allah, whoever you acknowledge
Buddha.
has placed into you. Yeah, there's opportunities. So I think we need to have a mindset shift, and I think that's what's causing us to have this competition thing.
Here it is.
So would you
Okay.
say you ever experienced somebody trying to benefit off of you?
Say it again.
Would you say that you ever experienced somebody trying to benefit off of you or
Yeah.
off of your name?
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Hmm.
A lot.
That's a leech, a
Yeah.
vampire.
Yeah. And,
Like-
and sometimes it be indirectly too. Don't necessarily be just like somebody you close to. Like, I know this, didn't just say, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we don't even
We're not
parlay
even
like
cool.
that.
Yeah, we don't- yeah.
We're not even
you
cool.
know,
We ain't even
but you
rocking like
still,
that.
yeah,
Trying to
Yeah.
use
Drop
my
my
name for
name.
clout.
but you
like,
still, and I think a competition with our people is generational curse.
I think it is.
I think
Yeah.
certain things are embedded in us from our past,
Yeah.
and then it just goes down from auntie to grandma to, and next thing you know, as a culture as a whole, we still doing it every day.
You know what's funny or not funny? I read a book for the book club. It's called Racialized Trauma.
Okay.
And it talks about the science behind this concept that trauma is actually passed through DNA. A mother passes trauma to the fetus
Mhm.
in DNA. Things that this child never even experienced, they will already be
So it's
pre-programmed.
kind of like a frequency.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So you're correct in that way. And the science
Right,
actually
yeah,
shows it. This is no longer
Yeah.
a heebie-jeebie talk, a spirituality talk.
No,
No. This science
science
that proves
behind
this. Yes.
100%.
So
So let's hit these comments. Kellen says ego is necessary. It's an overinflated ego. That's the problem.
okay.
DJ says in the workplace, if you want to be a resource for change and innovation, you let your superior know so they can accept it, and that's telling the truth.
Okay. That's
So that way you form kind of an allegiance. You're
That's fair.
absolutely right.
Okay.
yeah.
And then Gina said, yes, it's enough for everyone.
Thank you.
Uh,
Amen.
And then Kellen, of course, he's laughing, saying he would never post a thirst trap, but we know he did.
He does his
He-
commercials for his
there you go.
penis, so
So-
we
so,
already
you
know he would post a thirst trap.
He would be the best model for Grace Whitpants.
Absolutely. Hanes, whatever custom Four Kings promo. Kellen is gonna be the
We're gonna get these draws with the
draws. Yeah.
with the balls hammock in it,
Breathable.
Yeah.
The breathable, the wicking material.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So yeah, that people do use people. I mean,
Yeah. As we should though. We're all here as a collective to learn and evolve and grow together. So we have to use and be used. That's the thing.
I like, but I don't like how Rachel Dolezal used us to get where she is.
Damn.
But then at the same time, I can appreciate her affinity for the culture, right?
Mhm.
Because at one point we all thought she was black.
Everybody has an affinity for our culture.
Mm.
We talked about this last week. Travis Kelce got folks talking about they going in the barbershop. They want the Travis Kelce.
Mm.
That is a fade. Like we that's what we do.
Mm.
What are we talking about?
I mean, just like it was a certain set of women that started wearing cornrows, and it just became the new fad.
Boxer braids.
Yeah, but we had been doing it.
It was what model was that? Bo Derek. Bo Derek was the one that did it back in the day.
But no, it was another set of women that did it again. And as soon as they did it, it was just
It was
oh my
called boxer
God.
braids. Yeah.
But
Mainstream.
when we do it, we've been doing it, we've been wearing it, and it's a problem.
Well, I think culture jacking or culture vultures. That's always been a thing. I think they want to, people take the best parts of us and market it and sell it and make money off of it and things like that. I think that shows how powerful of a people we are and the
Right.
creativity that we possess and the je ne sais quoi, as we call it in Louisiana, that we have. And but I think it would behoove us to learn and study them how they learn and study us.
We
Right.
do. Yeah, we do. Look, hi.
I'm
How are you
saying
there?
past that, I'm talking about their nature and the way that they can take certain simple things and capitalize off of it, because we could make these same movements and benefit from it in our own communities, but we're not.
Right.
I mean, because it's like I tell my daughter, like I always tell her, don't dim your light
Yeah.
to blend in with other folks.
Mhm.
Like there's people that's literally out here that's paying for the type of hair that you have.
Yeah.
That's paying for the beautiful eyelashes that you have,
Yeah.
or the thickness of your lips. And I just tell her just to embrace herself, because
Absolutely.
literally, yes, as of right now, that's just, I don't know, it just seems like everybody just wants that, like,
It's a copycat syndrome. It's a copycat spirit. I think it's a spirit.
and I would just be yourself.
I've seen people with that spirit. Like you've seen these people. They come around you, and then when you leave, they start talking like you.
Mhm.
You look up at their little thing. They done bought an outfit like yours. What the
Right.
fuck wrong with this? You know what I'm saying? You see these things. I think it's a sickness. It's an illness. I think people need to understand the power that they possess within their own individuality, their authenticity, and you need to rock that. That's it.
I'm gonna rock it regardless.
Yeah, just do you.
So Rachel used the platform that most fair complexion are offered a level of respect and seniority, opposed to being thrown down, being brown or white, which unfortunately worked until it didn't work or got caught.
Damn.
I mean, and then she popped that OnlyFans off, and let me just say, Rachel was holding. That's all I'm,
Yeah.
She had OnlyFans.
Rachel. So she was teaching.
Curly with the,
yeah. She's teaching in Arizona. She was teaching in Arizona, and the staff or the school, whoever they found out she had OnlyFans. She had launched the OnlyFans after they outed her as being not black. She was white.
Yeah.
And so she went and did the OnlyFans or whatever. It was,
got the big payday.
And all of a sudden she popped back up again. They fired her because they found out about her OnlyFans. I'm like, damn. She was doing more than showing feet though. But I mean, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do my research.
Yeah, I mean, do your due diligence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't paid for it though. I ain't paid for it.
You didn't pay the $5.99.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm just saying. Because I won't be sneaking up on folks. I'm like, you can have all of this for $5.99.
I mean, I think we can't, control people using our likeness and our culture and our this and that and the third. I think we just need to focus on how can we make us better and bring healing in our community and our generation so that we can be the prosperous, wealthy people we were designed to be. Everybody being rich off of us, we need to be rich off of us.
Why don't we buy from each other more?
Man,
I'm just gonna say, what if we had a back in the day they called it
Black Wall Street?
Yes.
When we all come together and everything we need is found with us.
But we can't operate like that
because of what?
Because we don't know how to keep the dollar in our own community. We're the first race that the dollar goes outside the community the fastest. The Asians, the Hispanics,
Jewish,
they circulate their dollar. I'm talking about
16, 20 times within that
before they have to go outside and spend with somebody else.
But not
these are questions that need to be answered, but not even answered. Maybe just reflected on. I think the more we talk about these things, that people can listen and actually reflect on these things, because why is that? We should be able to. We got what we need right here.
And as a race, do we do the best business?
We could be better. We could be better.
Our customer service suck ass.
Ooh,
we could be better.
We
could be better. But everybody could be better. I think, because I'm gonna go there. I went to the nail shop on Super Bowl Sunday, and I walked into my nail shop, and she told me it wasn't the regular boss that's there. It was her third in command. She said, well, we can do your pedicure, but we're not going to have time to do your refill. I said, well, the devil is a lie.
Okay.
And I left. I go to another nail shop up the street. I walk in. They're fully staffed. The The lady approached me. What do you need?
Mhm.
Okay, we can do that for you. They set me down, whatever.
Mhm.
They do my shit.
Mhm.
So it wasn't my issue with the first option wasn't that they couldn't do it. You didn't try to find
You didn't-
solutions.
Right.
You didn't try to
yeah.
you didn't even say, well, let me check and see if someone's a vet. You didn't do anything. You just said, nah, we ain't got it. And then I'm supposed to just be like, okay, well, let me pay my money to get a half-ass service.
Right.
No, the place that up the street had fully staffed. They did a phenomenal job, and I got everything I needed. When I go to certain places, I'm not going to call names.
Mhm.
What I've noticed is there's no aftercare or no, well, we ain't got it. If it's not there, we just ain't got it. Okay, well, are you trying to like provide empathy or
Mhm.
solutions, or let me get your number, we follow up with you when we get it back in stock, whatever. I think that we need to take our service a little further
No respect for your dollar.
than
Right.
the
There you go.
product.
And that's
Y'all
a
want
big
my dollar,
problem.
but y'all don't respect me
Respect.
to
Big,
Right.
spend it.
Huge problem.
So for
Yeah.
our community, I think we could do a better job at following through with that full process, finding solutions and things like that. When we don't have a product in stock or whatever the case, I've heard, because I was a trainer,
Okay.
customer service trainer.
Okay.
I hear somebody tell a customer, "Well, ma'am, it's other places you can go."
Wrong answer.
And you're right. I am gonna go somewhere else.
Exactly. Why would you tell a customer that?
Right.
Yeah, that's already.
You just
Right.
what?
But then you also have those that don't mind spending their dollar within the Black community, but they want good customer service, but they're not a good customer.
True. But we gotta be better customers and customer service.
And
Absolutely.
they be stealing.
Right.
When I go to a lot of these places, I ain't gonna say no names, and I need your card before I even
Right.
get no food.
Yeah.
But and then I put the card on there and I get my shit back, and it's $50 tip,
Yeah.
$80 tip,
Right.
and I gotta
Yeah,
Or
we gotta
even
cut
just
that
the
out.
and
within
it happens
a,
a lot.
It happens a lot.
You know, it's like, why is
Yeah.
that? Why is it like that?
And we need to
You know what I
understand
mean?
too, hitting a lick, that's all cool, but in the long run, that is hurting your reputation and
Yeah.
your brand. You gonna hit that lick, and that's gonna be the only lick you gonna hit.
Right.
You
Or
gonna run out
even-
eventually.
even with purchasing things from entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
Like if I buy something from you, I'm not gonna sit up here and do a chargeback after I done got what I purchased from you. There's a lot of people that do that to entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They'll purchase something, receive it,
Yeah.
and then say, "Oh no, I didn't authorize that."
It's theft.
Now you taking money from that person's household,
That's theft.
and
Yeah.
you got what you
still got the
purchased.
product, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to talk about a product I ain't getting. I'm still waiting on it. I'm gonna blast their ass. I'm gonna say it right now. I support Black colleges. It's full of shit. Let me tell you something. Every year they do this. You'll order from them, and they may be all right once or twice or whatever during certain times of the year. But when you order for them from Black Friday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting on my shit from Black Friday.
Wow.
Damn, that was last year.
And I'm like,
Wow.
I hit the customer service thing up. We gotta find your order. Here's the order number. Yeah, bro, it's a hoodie, 2 pairs of pants. Y'all didn't have that on standby when y'all relaunched the website,
Yeah.
Damn.
but y'all over here create new lines of hats, right? That y'all finna drop. Y'all create
Damn.
new. Bro,
We gotta
can
do better business.
can y'all just run me my coins back? Since
Right.
y'all ain't. Nobody pays for a service and waits 3 damn months, 4 months to get their
No.
stuff.
Absolutely not. That's
Right.
unacceptable.
Unreal.
We got to do better business, and we got to be better customers. And what people need to realize is some of these entrepreneurs, they've taken a leap of faith. They've
Mhm.
left their corporate jobs and things like that. This is how they're feeding their family. People don't take it lightly. The thieving and the scamming and the this and the that, because people feeding their families. Like, this is real life.
So, like for instance, yesterday when I got off, I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna treat myself. Like I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead, but I love sneakers.
Yeah.
So before I got home, stopped at a store. Mind you, when I walked in, it's fully staffed. Nobody said hello, welcome to such and such.
Oh my.
I hate that.
So I just
my
continued
God.
in because I'm like, okay, in my mind, I'm like, I already know what area I'm in.
Yeah.
They're too busy at the front he ha.
Yeah.
I done literally made 3 laps around this store.
Unacknowledged.
Nobody has said, "How can I help you? Is there
Mm-mm.
anything in particular you looking for?" Nothing. But
Mm-mm.
when I leave to walk out, it's a man right there that worked there. He willing to open the door and say, "Have a good day."
Mm.
It's a
I ain't even
WS
bought
place.
nothing.
Yeah,
Mm.
like there's no customer service. If you want me to spend my money, you got to help me spend my
Right.
money.
And
Yeah.
that's why it was like, yes, it was on my way home. And I was like, okay, if I run in there real quick, I'm pretty sure I can find the shoe I'm looking for. Even though the shoe was in there, just a simple fact,
Mm-mm.
nobody greeted me. Nobody offered to help me.
Mm-mm.
It made me just be like, this is exactly why I don't stop at this store.
Absolutely. And we got to be strict about this. We got to
Yeah.
have our boundaries. Like we have to be. I think these conversations are good amongst our community
Mhm.
because just like families, every family has dysfunction.
Mhm.
We keep that stuff in the family. We talk about it in the house, but don't let nobody else outside the family talk about the family. This is our business.
Right.
You let us handle it. I think we need to come together as entrepreneurs and business people and creatives and things like that. And we need to have more of these conversations.
100%.
So even speaking about being an entrepreneur, you have
Oh,
an
yeah.
eyewear line.
That's right.
I have an eyewear line called SkyTrues, custom eyewear. It's eyewear that's created by my hands. It's hand painted,
Nice.
and some of the who's who rock it around the world, the globe. From here to UK,
Oh, nice.
over 20,000 pairs sold.
Oh, wow.
And so we just took that and I started doing canvas art. Canvas art got really big. Just got a placement in the Contemporary Art Museum.
Yeah. They're having a show tonight or something, right?
They may, I'm not sure.
Okay.
So just one of the first ones in my community to take art into a full scale level.
Nice.
And I'm really happy about that. SkyTrues is a big brand, and SkyTrues.com for those who want to check it out. SkyTrues Facebook, SkyTrues Instagram, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's dope. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you for the segue, Jamie.
Absolutely.
I try.
That alley oop. So,
With
what
the
gave you the
assist.
inspiration to do sunglasses?
Actually, I was sitting in the county jail, and I was down on my luck, and a lot of stuff was going through my mind. I was like, I like being different. So all my life, I aim to be different. And so I was just sitting there, and I was talking to an older gentleman. I was like, man, when I get out, I'm gonna do this and do that. He was like, you need to, at your rate, you're gonna be in the penitentiary next. You know what I mean?
Dang.
And so I took heed to it.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm gonna do this and do that. He said, when you do it, just make sure you actually do it. A lot of folk be saying different things and they don't do it.
Yeah.
And I did it. And God gave me the vision for it. And it was just like it was so surreal. It was like eyewear, painted. And so I started wearing it to church. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to New Light Christian Fellow membership, whatever. And shout out to them. You know what I mean? And so I started rocking it there.
Yeah.
And they was like, well, how much is it? I said, $40 at that time. They started buying it. And so now they upwards 500, 1,000.
Oh, wow.
They go all the way up, So
Now wait a minute, I seen something for 150. Now I seen
you see something for 150, but
you right in talking about don't leave with the 500.
hey man, I'm saying they
It's a price
they can
range.
be they can be up, they can go up to. I mean, they start there,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
can be, so I gotta let folk know so they won't be like, oh my God, we get to the website,
Yeah.
they $500. Why are
Yeah,
they $500?
Yeah.
Well, I spent 7 hours creating these glasses that you see. So these not just these hand painted.
Right.
So I took the time to do that. So you pay me for my hours, and you pay me for my name. My name hold weight. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you got to respect it or don't buy it. You know what I mean? I can't force anybody to do it. So my art is my art, and I do good business. For
That's
those
dope.
who see this and who know my business, I do great business.
I like
so I
that.
don't just speak on it; I live it. And if I don't,
love
put it in the
that.
comments.
Yeah.
Well,
There it is.
He said what he said.
There it is.
So DJ said some Black owners and their staff should be required to receive hospitality training.
100%.
you know what? I agree.
100%.
I don't know what it was about yesterday. Yesterday was just like a bad
you're
customer
talking about-
service day for me because while at work, I went to a restaurant in Third Ward.
Third Ward.
It was my first time there. I have actually been looking for the place and didn't realize it was as close to my job as it was.
It wasn't that vegan spot, was it?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it wasn't. So got there. You can tell that they are very understaffed. And the line is long. The guy up there, he trying to do everything possible take your orders, take the money,
Mhm.
fix your drink, everything, bring the food out. So when I got up there, I was like, okay, let me do the wings and the collard greens. I'm wondering why on the screen it say coleslaw, but I was like, I said collard greens. He was like, no, I got you. It's just listed as coleslaw. He brought my food out.
Mm-mm.
When he brought me the little container, I'm thinking it was the collard greens.
Mhm.
I opened it. It was coleslaw with raisins.
Oh,
Mm.
damn.
I was like,
that.
Mm.
I said,
Oh, no.
excuse me, this is not what I ordered. I said collard greens. He was like, well, we don't have it.
Oh.
So you just gonna give me something?
Oh.
I was like, well, if you
So
don't
they
have
trying to,
it,
you know.
it shouldn't be on your menu. He was like, well, no, the menus are being updated. Okay,
Oh
cool.
my gosh.
I was like, well, I don't want this. He was like, no, try it. It's good. First
Sir.
off, you cannot force me to try no damn coleslaw with raisins and apples.
Mm.
He was like, but it's good. No, just give me some damn fries.
You know, as a
Like-
human resources training and development professional myself, what I will say is companies do not invest in training and
They
development.
don't.
When they have budget cuts, the first thing to go is usually training and development
Mhm.
because they feel like it's not adding to
It
their
doesn't add value to them.
immediate profit line.
Mhm.
And it really does.
And it really does.
It does.
And so I hope companies, if there are people watching and listening that make these types of budget decisions, training and development should not be the first program to go.
Right.
In fact, you should invest in your training and development program even when your profits are down, because in the long run, it shows that companies that focus on that have a stronger position in the market and they have longevity.
Mm-hmm.
And they increase. Well, it really does increase retention. But I
It
know
increases retention.
Yes.
they're looking at the fact that if they train you, you might get up out of here.
Yeah.
But that's what I was gonna say. And like even with the morale within a company.
Yeah.
Like,
The morale is better. But also too, if you train employees and they move on, they did you a favor, because if that person doesn't belong there, the best thing for you to do is cut ties as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So you should just take, just take it.
okay,
Invest.
yeah, we
take it.
trained you, but
Yeah.
it didn't work out.
You might get
Wish you the
someone
best.
better
Right.
that's been trained by a bigger company and it might work out for you, but you have to take that L in order to get your right people in place. So
100%.
Agree.
yeah.
Agree.
All right, well, we're going on to wrap it up now.
We
Okay.
don't want to keep holding you
You know.
hostage.
Yeah, nice session though, guys.
Awesome. I appreciate
Thank you for
it.
joining us.
Appreciate the love.
Convos with Kings.
Convos with King, February
24th.
24th, 6 p.m. It's going down.
Mhm.
It's going down.
Next week we got 19 out of 21 kids. Mr. Paul Lamar Hunter. He dropped a book. What's up?
I'm sorry. I do got a question. Is this open for men as well to come, or is
Oh,
it just
yeah.
mainly women?
Men can come, but it's promoted to women.
For women.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
What? I just wanted to know.
No, that's a good
Be
question.
trying to
though.
get me to come. Shit.
That's a good question.
Who said it was gonna be you?
Looking at me and shit. Is this open to men? Nah, but yeah. We got Mr. 19 out of 21. And then after that we got our interview with Smart. He's gonna link back up with us. Jay Black, Dave $. We're gonna make it a good old West special. Kelly should be back for that episode. We got enough time. We talked about it, so we'll see what happens.
Cool. Mr. Shooby Dooby himself.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there anything you want to tell the people before we scratch out?
I just want to say a big shout out to Four Kings Podcast
Okay.
for having me on here, and Jamie hitting me up, and putting me in the group chat and chopping up with him and showing love, and you showing love, and I felt like I was at home. And I just want to thank y'all collectively.
Man, appreciate it.
So
Thank you.
That's all I got
Thank
to
you
say.
for coming.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, appreciate it. In life, don't go where you're tolerated, go where you're elevated and celebrated. Four Kings Podcast, ENT. We're out.
Yes, sir.